guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to...
I visited every country and ranked the best and worst cities. So we did two reactions to this in two parts. We basically did the best. Now it's time to do the worst. Check out our reactions to the best. He liked a lot of Asian cities, couple Europeans. Let's see the worst. Conakry. I have no idea what that is.
Conakry, Guinea. We've been walking around for about 10 minutes. We've already been stopped by 2 policemen. The other policeman put us in his car. And first you need to say that the whole city is insane. Yeah. This is by far one of my least favorite places in the world. Not only because when I arrived there was a coup. There were policemen lined up on the streets with big shields and bulletproof vests like war was about to break.
I guess bad timing. What?
You know what time it is.
What time is it?
Got in the car and we drove off, and he ended up going to the next checkpoint ahead, which we're stuck at right now, and he ratted us out, and now our driver...
Wait, what happened?
Go back? I don't know, some tea going on, but he's brave. To go like into these countries that have coups going on, like why?
That makes no sense.
Why would you even do that to yourself?
It's not fair to give a review based on
it is kind of fair.
It's the worst timing to go.
But he was at this, he only, I don't know, yeah, this...
He's negotiating with them. Very sick. How much do you pay him? $20. That's a big bribe. Also because the entire city smelled like trash. It was like sewage everywhere. Like, I have a high tolerance for dirty places, and I've seen a lot of things around the world, but Conakry was noticeably the worst. People there were not very friendly at all. In fact, I tried to sit down at a restaurant, and then some dude kicked me out for reasons that I don't know why. It just feels like this is one of the most unsafe. And the only kind of pleasant thing to see in Conakry was this mosque, which actually was quite nice.
Wow, this is amazing. Really only words in here right now. It's crazy.
But other than that, I found nothing going on in the capital of Guinea, and it's probably a place that I will never visit again. Number 2 would be Guyana, Chad. Many of you guys heard my story many years ago when I went there and made a video from my experience in Chad.
This place is miserable.
And I actually am going to give it another chance soon. I'm planning to head back to Chad.
Why? Like, he loves living on the edge, huh?
In the next few months. But basically what happened to me was I was caught in a police chase because the motorbike taxi that I went on was a stolen bike, and there was a huge brawl in the street. And then when I took a picture of a kid on the street that I shouldn't do without getting permission from the parents, I was literally attacked. People grabbing my shirt, and a guy took out a knife. Thankfully my local friend stepped in the way. Chad is also one of the dustiest places I've ever been. It's one of the hottest places. I just couldn't really jam with anything going on there. If you want to see the full story of what happened to me in Chad, you can check out my channel below. But I will say, I want to go back to Chad. I want to give it a second chance. But I don't want to go to Guyana. I want to visit some tribes in the southern part of Chad.
You know, I feel like some of the problems could have been avoided if you learn, okay, what to do, what not to do. Because it would be weird for someone to come up to my kid and just take the kid's photo without my consent, you know? That's a little bit weird.
Honestly, problems could have been avoided if you didn't travel there to begin with. If you see there's conflict.
Yeah, these really cool tribal marks and body modifications, and hopefully it'll be a better experience next time. Number 3 is Delhi, India.
Okay.
These monkey horns are madness. Hear that? I'm sorry to all my Indian fans out there who live in Delhi. I gotta say, your city is just not my favorite. Have you ever seen this? Look at that. Don't forget to look up. You'll see the craziest concoction of tangled wires. I love India. I've been 7 times. Definitely will be back again soon. The country, which is more like a continent, literally has everything. But Delhi, not so enjoyable. The pollution is terrible. People there are way more aggressive than elsewhere in the country. Even big cities like Mumbai.
But the thing is, though, he is filming other people. Like, it is kind of funny thing. We didn't say, I guess we didn't say this about when he's the best cities, but now we're kind of defending the cities. So we should have kept the same energy, I guess. But it is like
no, because you would have think, oh, you asked, can I film you, or because you filming around people you assume that they want to be on camera.
Yeah, I don't like when people film you without your permission. That is not exactly cool. Yeah.
And go on, and the traffic is unbearable. Look at this traffic behind me. You see how close it's touch they literally touch each other's wheels. Like the wheel will literally touch the bar of the next picture. I went traffic. Every day? Every day. Every time I've been to Delhi, which is like 5 times now, I am pinching myself, like, when am I going to be able to get out of here? It's a really tough place to travel. Orange! No, it is a gateway to India, especially to northern India, so a lot of people have to pass through, but, like, even Connaught Place, which is, like, the nice area of Delhi where a lot of cool restaurants and bars are, and hotels, still wasn't my favorite place. Number 4 is Roseau, Dominica. Not Dominican Republic, it's a different country in the Caribbean called Dominica.
So I'm apparently posted up in this house for the week.
We actually spent Deanna's 26th birthday in Roseau. I kind of had high hopes because it was my first time doing a big Caribbean trip, and it was one of my first destinations in the Caribbean. But I was really, really shocked to find a toothpaste bottle worth $8. And it's not only the pricing. There was one market in town. Everything else was really run down and super sketchy. Like, we were walking around and basically covering our heads because we just didn't want people to notice that we were tourists, even though we clearly stand out as tourists. Hi. And there was actually another really bad thing that happened to us, which I'm not going to go into detail in this video, but let's just say that Roseau is a place that is not on my list to go back to, and it's among the top 3 worst cities.
That's awful. Her birthday there too. That's awful.
That's so interesting. I mean, yeah. No bueno.
This is
number 5 is Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea.
You were excited?
I don't know now.
You were excited for divorce? That's what you wanted to see? You said, I want to see divorce. I don't care for the best. I want to see divorce.
What's better than retinol?
That's what you get.
SK2's facial treatment essence. Formulated with 90% patera, a powerhouse ingredient that does what your
Now, Papua is a cool country in general because there's 860 different cultures there, speaking different languages. You have a lot of indigenous tribes. You actually meet cannibals, which is what I did on Papua Island on the Indonesian side. It's basically just one island altogether. Actually, but Port Moresby is really a different world because it's super dangerous.
People are being warned to stay off the streets of Papua New Guinea's capital following deadly riots in Port Moresby.
We call for a state of emergency for 14 days.
The moment I arrived, my local friend picked me up in his car, and the windows were completely blacked out, like black. Even the front windshield was only a little sliver that you could see through it. And he said, welcome to Port Moresby. If you've ever heard the word rascals, like little rascals or little gangsters, or like a cute word in America for gangsters, the word rascal is actually the criminal gang of Port Moresby. It's a real word, and it's a serious issue if you're visiting Port Moresby. The city's very run down, there's not a lot going on, and it's just the overall safety is super sketch. You really have to be careful everywhere you're going. And if you don't know people, it's really just not the safest place to walk around alone. I was seriously scared for my life. How much? 12?
I am so confused why he goes to these places. I am really confused, straight up.
Thank you.
Like, you know about the conditions before going. There's not like
you do your research, you know?
Yeah, like, why would you go put yourself into that position to be like, for your life to be in danger? For views, I guess.
Number 6 is Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
That's what I was talking about.
All area is controlled by gangs.
Yeah. Oh boy. If you've seen the story I've done in Haiti, where I walk through the biggest slum where the biggest gangs are, it's totally chaos.
Tonight, the nation of Haiti is reeling after the assassination of its president inside his home.
The president was killed and not replaced, so there's no official leading the country. Haiti's been just a downward spiral for the last decade or so, and it's really sad because it's a beautiful place in the Caribbean. When you're flying into the country, you can see the views out the window, which are pristine and beautiful white sand beaches and green ocean water. But then when you get to Port-au-Prince, you just see trash everywhere.
He should have went to Cape Haitian. Cape Haitian is quite lovely.
He doesn't know better, so. Yeah, because Beth also said when you fly into the island, you gotta fly in not to Port-au-Prince, you fly into like a smaller place, yeah.
Trash.
There's an airport in Dhaka.
Is horrific. Really, really, really violent people in the streets. Like fist fights I saw, and sadly my local friend that I was with, Sean, my tour guide, he was traveling with another YouTuber named Arab a few months after I left, and both of them got kidnapped by gangsters and had to pay a hefty sum of money to get out.
There is no way that me, myself, will go back to this area any longer.
This was a sad one for me because I really feel bad for people in Haiti. I visited a lady's home that was completely flooded. When I walked around, she had water above her ankles in her own house. I'm so sorry. I want to help this lady. I feel so bad. Why doesn't she want to leave to another house? She would love to go to another house, but she doesn't have the means. It's such a contrast from sharing the same island as Dominican Republic, which is like tourist haven. So hopefully someday Port-au-Prince will be safe again to visit. But right now, it's definitely not the time. Number 7 is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hands down the worst traffic in the world. I'll never forget the picture I took standing on top of this bridge and overlooking Dhaka, and you're seeing total chaos. It's faster to walk the streets than it is to drive it. Stuck in traffic, not moving anywhere. I just find India and Sri Lanka and Nepal to be a lot more exciting than Bangladesh. It's just really busy, really crowded, really stinky. Food is not super great. It doesn't mean I'm not going to give Bangladesh another chance. It just means that Dhaka is not my cup of tea. And listen, if you've been there, you loved it, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Please challenge me. This video is based on my own personal travel experiences and nothing else. So please let me know what you think about Dhaka. Number 8 is Georgetown, Guyana, and I'm going to head into this Kung Fu Dim Sum restaurant and tell you more about it. What? Here?
It seems the common denominator between the countries you don't like is they're third world countries, basically. That's what, at least so far, all of them have been.
Thank you. Yeah, green tea. This is going to be an excellent meal. I just hopped in here because it's crowded, and usually crowded restaurants are good. So, Georgetown. Hey guys, I just got to Guyana. I went twice. The first time I went there,
I guess he went to those places because it was his like life goal or YouTube goal or whatever to visit every single country. So he kind of like had to go. But I don't know, man. Like, what? Why?
I remember checking in my hotel and the lady who works here said, don't leave past 7 o'clock. I said, why? She said, it's too dangerous to walk the streets. That really stuck with me because I did walk after 7 p.m. And walking around the afternoon the next day, it was super sketch. You can't stop me. All the Guyanas are not the most interesting places in the world. That includes French Guyana, Suriname, which is Dutch Guyana, and then English-speaking Guyana, which is just Guyana, which is what I'm talking about in this video. Most of the country is covered in rainforest, which is cool for nature lovers. Actually, the diversity is really good. It's just, I guess, lack of things to do and just weird vibes. I traveled all around South America, had a great time on this massive 6-month trip, and then ended in Guyana. I was quite underwhelmed.
If you had a great time, you would have included at least one South American country in the list because you didn't. For the best country.
Hello? Can I order food? Ah, okay, sorry. Lady's hacking up a lung next to me. Oh my god, there's too many good options. Okay. Thank you. Number 9 is Chennai, India. Once again, India is a great country.
India, two times on the list. Whoosh.
Country full of culture, full of amazing stories, and life like I've never seen anywhere else. But some of the big cities in India are just not enjoyable for me, and Chennai is one of them. I'll tell you one experience I had in Chennai. I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch the auction at the fish market, which is the largest fish market in all of South India. Most of the seafood you get in all of South India passes through this fish market. I like to watch the fishermen arriving with all the fish on the boat and the wholesale negotiations happening, and what I saw was literally disgusting. I've been to fish markets all over the world, from South Korea to Japan to Singapore. Those ones are usually clean and sanitary, and they wash the fish. But here, it's opposite. It's chaotic. They just throw the fish on the street. It's dirty. It's grimy. When you walk on the ground, it's a mix of dirt and tar and fish. So the fish were not only next to the barefoot feet, but they were on the street. It makes me not want to eat seafood ever again in India. It was just really jarring to see that with my own eyes. I don't know, it's like zero sanitation there. Chennai is also a big, busy city. Nothing that enjoyable for tourism. When I was there, I met a guy who keeps...
They would really wash the seafood and then boil it really well.
Thousands of birds on his rooftop. He's like a bird whisperer, and he feeds them just for his hobby. At 4 o'clock, the birds are going to come, which is in 4 minutes.
Out of everything that was quit, vaping is literally the hardest one.
Whispering to the birds.
Quitting was a very
This is feeding them. They like the rice. That's what they call
program. It made me.
And then the other cool thing about Chennai, 4 hours south, is a place called Pondicherry, where Oroville is.
Welcome to Oroville.
So the street sign
Oroville against Chicago.
Crossing the road. These are all recycled CDs that are hanging from an umbrella, which is like an experimental community with a bunch of hippies that are living there without any money and on their own free time, and just doing their hobbies and enjoying life. I was going over this. Yeah. Anyways, Chennai should not be a place to add on your India bucket list. Number 10, Kuwait City, Kuwait. Man, it is hot. I don't know. The Gulf is an interesting place. There are many cool places in the Gulf. Kuwait is not one of them for me. It's quite strict. The laws are intense. 99% of women are covering their hair, despite a lot of them not wanting to cover their hair moving forwards. The first time I went was in December, and like the night market was pretty cool. Like the weather was nice, and I enjoyed walking around Kuwait. The second time
I mean, the women are not with covered hair though here.
Was in December, and like the night market.
Yeah, well, a woman. I guess she's brave.
It was pretty cool. Like the weather was nice, and I enjoyed walking around Kuwait. The second time I went in July, it was 55 degrees Celsius, or like 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and man, it was hot. I feel like I'm just walking in a sauna right now. I was not expecting this humidity here. This is challenging.
To dehydrated.
Yeah, I'm just dizzy. Everything is indoor shopping mall. It's nice. It's luxury. There's like a lot of like cool things. This is like part of the culture.
That's a fancy ass mall. Holy shit! Wow.
Yes, you have to hide from the sun. Every fast food chain I've seen in the U.S. is in Kuwait randomly, but as far as like personal enjoyment levels, thank you. So like other places on the Gulf, like Dubai or Beirut or even Jeddah, I gotta say, it just really falls flat for me. As I'm sitting here really hungry waiting for my dim sum, I'll tell you about number 11, which is Lagos, Nigeria.
Alright, I guess let's leave it there with the half left. But yeah, this was a little more somber video, kind of.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's Vor's favorite, so I kind of expected.
I was not expecting that.
I was expected to obviously be places. Go ahead.
I thought like, okay, the weather, the food, maybe some rudeness with people, but he's going places where they're in conflict. I'm like,
yeah, I agree with that. I kind of I thought if he would get more like he didn't like the place because people are rude because it's expensive or because he don't like the food. But he did visit every country, so he had to go to places with conflict. So of course, that's kind of obvious that the places where there's ongoing wars are on the list. So it's it's his list. For us to make our list, we have to see all those places. So, but
I'm not gonna do that for you guys. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.